All right, let me get this set up here. So, hold on, having an issue. We have got these, it's Sunday. It's the stormy, horrible Sunday. All right, can't get my, what is going on with them? Well, okay. All right, so I'm doing a project. I'm in the middle of doing it, and I got to thinking, well, I ought to be videoing all this for you guys. So I'm not gonna say yet in this video right now what I'm doing. It's a little hard without telling y'all, but I want it to be a surprise, and I might be doing something today that might lead up to something tomorrow, but it actually might be getting done today, and it will be March before this video gets finished. Honestly, it might be March before I finish this video, because I'm doing something today in preparation for an animal that off and on throughout especially my life after I bought this property down here. So since 2000, I've off and on contemplated a certain animal that I wanted, and an animal that I can't necessarily remember that I grew up with as in dad, but I do know that my grandpa grew up with. Y'all may be already thinking and guessing what I'm talking about, but dad always told me they were expensive, and maybe at one time they were, and maybe some breeds are. So there you already know there's a breed of this animal. Okay, so I am getting the horse stall that was for Dabney on the back of the barn. I'm preparing it for this animal, and I'm going to show y'all because I'm having to rework. I mean, that stall hasn't been used. I mean, I know the goats would get in there sometimes when they were in that lane right there by the chicken yard, between Steph's fence and my chicken yard fence. But in all honesty, it was built for the horse. And so after Harvey, when Dabney went to the back with Daddy's two horses, Amy and Chansey, I think that was her name. Yeah, anyway, the stall was built for her, and I'm reworking it now, and it's got some rot on it. It needs some stuff replaced. I've got those treated 2x4s over there that used to be the gazebo little thing that was there. I'm using some of those. I've got some corral panels I'm using. I'll have to buy some T111. That's the siding, that exterior siding, like that my goat house and stuff is built out of. I'm going to buy 2 sheets of that tomorrow, cut it in half, and an 8-foot section on this wall. So T111 comes in 4 foot wide by 8 foot tall. I'm going to cut it in half, and 2 halves will go here, make an 8-foot wall, and 2 halves will go on this end and make an 8-foot wall. That will be the north wall there for sure. That's the windbreaker. And then I have a cyclone fence gate, and I might use that. It's the closest in size. Chia! Come on! She is in the driveway down there. It's the closest in size to the opening for the gate. But there's no gate there anymore. The gate's been down a long, long time. It probably tore up or something. Anyway, so I'm working on that right now, so I'll show y'all what I'm getting done. It's very nasty out there. I've got a sinkhole where I can feel a root. When I put my foot down in it, I can feel a root. That needs to be filled in with some, I may see if Daniel can't, it's so wet and nasty out here right now, but I was thinking if he could bring me some of that rock, I could just fill that in with rock. But I may take some old bricks and pieces of chunks of stuff and fill it in till the hole is filled in, and then I'm gonna put some stuff down on the floor of it. It's not got a floor, it's just a dirt, but it is covered. So let me show y'all that. So remember, this will not look like it looks right now. It will look better than this, but this is where Dabney was, in this place right here. And I know it looks very junky right now, and it's very, look at the mud. The mud is just horrible. We've got a break in the weather right now, so I thought I would work on it. I'm gonna unscrew this gate and lift it up a little bit because it is dragging the dirt. Everything as far as posts go are solid, although these were built originally with landscape timbers. They're very solid, but I have a 4x4 in the center there. So I've already wrapped that side. Now I know the bottom one is not exactly straight, but it doesn't matter because there's going to be, here's some T111 right there. It's a piece, an old piece. 2 sheets of it 4 foot high will be right here, but it'll be on the outside. So when I paint it red like everything else, you'll see a red wall right here, just 4 foot tall. You won't be able to see what's inside there. It'll be 4 foot tall, screwed to these. That's a 2x6 here, but the other 2 are 2x4s. That was in the dirt. It had gotten kicked down. It's a little rotted, but the beefiness of the board is still there. It's just rotten at the bottom. All right, now I'm just going to put some corral boards here on this side, but this will be the other 8 foot section of 4 foot high wall. But I do have to replace some stuff on this right here. This is that bottom, if you can see that little bit of section of 2x4 going across the bottom right there, that dark, it's literally in the dirt, and it has deteriorated. So I'm fixing to cut this one. I'm not going to knock all that out. I'm going to leave it, but I'm going to put this one right above it and screw it in. So when I redo the gate and lift it up a little bit, when I come through that gate, I'll step over into here. I'll step over that 2x4. That's what I'm doing right now. And like I said, I don't know if this video is going to come out in the next few days because I have the animal now, because there's a possibility that I will. But there's also a possibility that that animal is no longer available, and I already have a person letting me know in March when this same type of animal will be available. That's all I'm saying. And then when I have this little animal, y'all will get to see the rest of the video. All right, that's all I'm going to say right now. So I'm just cutting now. So I've got this done. I'll do this up tomorrow. I'll do this up tomorrow. And then fill in the concrete here. Fill it full of mulch and, not mulch, but shavings and stuff in here. Put some concrete out there where I come in and out, because that will basically be the gate that I will use to come in and out of this little stall. And I'm gonna be good to go. And then y'all gonna be surprised, and it's gonna be adorable. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right, I got T111 I gotta get for that side. I gotta get T111 for this side. Gotta burn all that. I got the gate up. The gate is too big, and I will show y'all that, but I will get a new gate or build a gate. But you can see that's how much bigger it is. It just needs to come to here, you know, and it's about 4 or 5 inches too big. I filled in that hole with a whole bunch of little bricks and pieces of concrete that was broke up around the house, different places. So you can't sink down in there anymore. And then I'm gonna fill this up with some kind of a new base. And then I will pour on the shavings and hay and all that kind of stuff after a new base gets put in here. I may even pour some concrete right there and just let it smooth it out, just out of the bag, and just let it soak up the water, a couple of bags even. But that's the problem, is that everything runs down from the driveway out by the road, runs down my driveway through underneath my shop and out through this barn to the down on the ground, and then it comes out this way. And that's why this is standing. It's not all, I mean, it's high, it's dry here. I mean, there's low spots, but it just needs to have a new base put in it, new something. I don't know if I want to use the rock up there at Daniel's. And I don't even know how we would get it down here, because right now it is so wet. He would bog up in his tractor trying to come even in here to dump rock. So, you know, it's sort of just something I have to figure out on my own. But I think I will get a couple of bags of concrete when I get my T111 and pour that here. Let that soak. And I'm going to get 2 or 3 bags for right here too. This is mush right here. And then I need a treated 2x4 right here. And those are over there on the ground are treated from, so I just need to cut one. But one needs to fill in right here. So look, when this shuts, see how it's literally a 2x4 wide. It needs to come in just a treated 2x4 running right down here. And then that will allow this gate to latch. Right now I've just got one of these little toggles on it. Just, you know, when I come out, I'm going to slide that down. It'll hold it shut. I think it's going to be fine. I just need to get it dried up in here. I've got to get it dried up in here. I thought about just getting 2 full sheets of T111 on here and let it just go up to wherever the 8-foot falls. Put another board across there and just, but then I'm thinking, how dark is this going to be? It's going to be so dark if I block all this light out. You know, right here, all this light's coming in. But if that was up there, this would be dark in here already. And I'm going to put a light in here. But I don't want it just this dark hole here behind the barn. I've already got to get a light on the corner of the barn right up here to shine down through here. Anyway, I'm happy with what I've got so far. And once it's all